You're listening to OET Roleplay Practice with Kev, the English native.
Hello, it's Kevin here. Welcome back to another episode of OET Speaking Practice with me, the English native. So, in today's roleplay, we're looking at a common situation you might face in the OET Medicine test, a parent consultation after their child has been recently diagnosed with asthma. You'll hear how the doctor builds rapport, explores the patient's concerns, explains the condition, and provides practical advice on management and lifestyle changes. As always, try listening once without the transcript, then read along to notice useful phrases, and finally, if you copy and shadow the doctor's lines to work on your fluency, intonation, and empathy.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Katia, one of the doctors here at the clinic. Could I confirm your name, please?
Yes, it's Mr. Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Dean. I understand you're here for a follow-up about your son's asthma diagnosis. Is that correct?
Yes, he was diagnosed a couple of days ago after we went to the emergency department.
Thanks for sharing that. How has he been since the hospital visit?
He's been okay, mostly. He's only had one attack since then. We used the inhaler and the spacer they gave us, and it seemed to help.
That's really good to hear. Can you tell me a little more about what you noticed during that attack? What seemed to trigger it?
It happened after he'd been running around outside.
That's useful information. Exercise can sometimes bring on asthma symptoms in children. Apart from that, has he had any coughing or wheezing during the night?
No, nothing at night. Just that one attack.
Good. Do you have any family history of asthma?
Nope.
Eczema?
Nope.
Hay fever?
Yes, I get mild hay fever in the summer.
Thanks, that's helpful. And does anyone smoke at home?
No one smokes, and we keep the house very clean.
Excellent. That really helps reduce triggers. I know this diagnosis can feel like a lot to take in. How are you feeling about it all?
Honestly, I found it really overwhelming at first. I'm not sure how I'm going to manage his asthma properly.
I completely understand. Many parents feel this way at the start. The good news is that asthma is very manageable once we get a plan in place. Would you like me to explain what asthma actually is and how we control it?
Yes, please.
Asthma is a long-term condition where the muscles in the airways tighten, the lining becomes swollen, and extra mucus is produced. This makes it harder to breathe, especially after triggers like pollen or exercise. The inhaler helps by relaxing the muscles so the airways open up again. Does that make sense so far?
Yes, that makes sense.
Great. The key to managing asthma is to know the triggers, use the inhaler when needed, and watch out for warning signs like wheezing that doesn't settle. How confident do you feel about using the inhaler and spacer?
I think we're okay. They showed us in the hospital and it seemed straightforward.
That's good. Would you like me to quickly check your technique before you go, just to be sure you're using it correctly?
Yes, that would be good.
Excellent. Another important step is letting your son's school know about his asthma so they can watch for symptoms and help if he has an attack. Would you be happy for us to write to the school with an asthma action plan?
Yes, please. That would be really helpful.
Good. Parents often ask me about sports. Does that worry you?
Yes, actually. I was wondering if he can still play football with his friends.
Absolutely. Children with asthma can still enjoy sports. It just means making sure he warms up, keeps his reliever inhaler nearby, and lets his coach know he has asthma. If he starts to wheeze during exercise, he can stop, take 2 puffs, and then join back in when he feels better.
That's a relief. I was worried he'd have to give up sports.
Not at all. Staying active is part of good asthma control. Some parents also ask about changes at home, like using dust-proof covers or avoiding certain cleaning products. Would you like me to go over some tips for reducing triggers?
Yes, please.
Try to vacuum and dust regularly, wash bedding in hot water weekly, and avoid strong air fresheners or sprays that might irritate his airways. Do you think that would be manageable for your family?
Yes, we can do that.
Great! So today we'll examine your son, review the inhaler technique, and create an action plan so you know exactly what to do during an attack. Could you tell me, in your own words, what steps you'll follow at home?
Sure. Keep his inhaler handy, watch for wheeze, avoid his triggers, and let the school know about the plan.
Exactly, that's perfect. If you ever notice his breathing getting worse, or if he doesn't improve after using the inhaler, bring him straight back or call emergency services. Would you like to bring him in now so I can check him?
Yes, I'll just go and get him.
Perfect. I'll get things ready while you do that.
So that brings us to the end of this asthma roleplay. I hope you found it useful for developing natural phrases and patient-centered communication skills. You can download a written roleplay card and transcript on my website, EnglishNative.com, where eventually, when I get round to making more, you'll find other practice resources for OET speaking. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow, share, and thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to OET Roleplay Practice with the English Native. Join me next time for more practice and tips.